Heather with Christmas Design Institute, and today we are talking about Posie arrangements. So because it's Halloween time right now, I'm actually designing for the spooktacular arrangements for my home, and I'm just going to show you a really simple technique, and it's really quick and actually very affordable. So this we call a Posie design, and it also looks like a floral bouquet that you would use to get married, and that's why we call it a Posie as well. But basically, I like to show the finished arrangement and then take it apart and rebuild it for you so you can see the steps. But this pumpkin I found at the Goodwill, and it already had the top cut off. So I thought, well, this will be perfect because this was like $1. So this is a good container to use for your floral arrangement. And then it's also really good if you just have some random silk pieces that you just need to put into something. And I like to do that a lot. I like to use everything that I have. And sometimes I have things laying around. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with this. And putting everything together in one, then you can use up all your stuff and it doesn't end up sitting in bins. Like I have, I've seen that a lot with my clients. They just have all these bins of random stuff. And so I like to make something out of nothing. I have a knack for that. And so today I'm going to show you how to do that. So talking about your mechanics and your infrastructure, this is floral foam. And if you were doing this for fresh flowers, this would be oasis foam, which is something that you can get wet. This is actually dry foam, so you don't want to get this wet. And you want to just insert it here into your pumpkin, like that. And now for me, I like to redesign a lot of things, so I do not glue things in place. And I'm a good enough designer where I can create my infrastructure where things aren't going to fall apart. I very, very rarely use glue. But if you want this as a permanent design, or if you're going to design this for a client, then I would go ahead and use glue. You definitely want it to be in place and permanent if you're going to sell the arrangement or if you're going to use it for someone else besides yourself. But for me, I'm not going to glue this because I might want to change it next year. So I can just simply pull it apart like I just did here and put it together quickly. Okay, so this is really super easy. These guys pretty much already come this way because they're going to come in a bush like this from the store, and you just simply cut them apart. So you just take your wire cutters and cut them apart, and then they have these stems. And I'm just going to simply start putting them in the pumpkin, and it just is really easy. So basically, when you have your components like this, you want to divide them up into what you have because you want to make sure that you're balancing your colors. So what I like to do is put one color on one side. So I'm going to put the orange on one side, and then I'll put the orange on the other side since I only have 3. And then I'm going to wait on the third one just to see at the end where I want it for color. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my other components here. And as you see, I have this eyeball. And then I'm going to balance it on the other side with the other eyeball. And then this one, basically, as you can see, I have the center still open. I don't know if you can see that. The center is still open, so now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the center. So this can take you approximately 5 minutes. Put this together. Okay, and now I see if you turn this around, I can see the orange here, but I have a hole over here with no orange. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread these apart so I can put my orange guy in here. And then just kind of manipulate it so it all becomes even, nothing is sticking out. Voila. You have your Posie arrangement for Halloween. You can take this technique and use it for any type of flower. So whether you're using fresh roses or you're using greenery for spring, or tulips for Easter, or making your Christmas arrangements. I'll be showing and demonstrating some Christmas arrangements too. I just was using Halloween decor, but you can really take this technique and apply it to any type of fresh flowers or artificial flowers. Okay, our next design, this one is also very simple. Now, this would be a case of just basically a 2-second arrangement. So these are 2 floral bushes that come, and I did not separate these, so as I was talking about before, usually your flowers will come in a bush like this, and then you can just simply cut them apart, and you can start designing that way. This particular vase and arrangement, I'm not even going to do that, and I'm just going to simply take 2 of these, put them together, put them in the vase, just kind of arrange it. Now this one is sticking out a little bit. So the great thing about floral arrangements using silk is you can manipulate the branches, which you can't do with fresh flowers as much unless you wire the stems, which we did a lot in the flower shop. But here you go. You just simply stick them in a vase and you're ready to go. So that is a very 2-second easy way to floral arrange as well. It's not exactly balanced, but it works for me and it works for Halloween because Halloween's kind of wonky anyway. And so different types of situations work for different types of floral arrangements that you're creating. Okay. Heather with Christmas Design Institute. This is video number 2 for floral arranging. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.